Nigeria is fairly okay when it comes to trade and services. All we need from government is regulatory environment. Let's have the mode 1, mode 2, mode 3, bilateral, all of that, very easy. But when it comes to trading goods, we're in serious trouble. And what I need to say is, let us look at export-led strategy, growth strategy. Now, if you look at the tiger economies, Asian tiger economies, I mean, they were able to remove over 400 million people out of poverty. China, South Korea, Indonesia, just by export-led strategy, growth strategy, they were able to remove them. And here you're talking about 30 million in Africa when we're even more than their population. But that is the strategy. But for this to work, all the macroeconomic policies must talk to diversification strategy, must talk to industrialization strategy, because industrialization is the key element. Why is it so? It's because we have inherited an import-dependent economy. When you have an import-dependent economy, anything that happens globally, you are vulnerable. Whether it's COVID-19 or American subprime crisis, it doesn't matter what it is. You are vulnerable because your economy is dependent on those. And how do we get out of this? Minister has talked about backward integration, talking about, but we have a lot more. You can't go do this in piecemeal. We have to make sure. And then what is the problem actually? The problem is that we have an international division of labor that consigns us to produce our raw materials, and then the global north, as the processor of those, are giving it back to us to consume. I mean, you can even see the audacity in the EU EPA agreement that wants 8% of our import, which means it doesn't even expect you to do with African countries or Japan or China or Israel. It doesn't even expect you to do that, but that's history. So what we need to do is to make sure that our muscular fiscal policy and fiscal dominance over all other policies must end, and it must talk to an industrialization strategy.